What's up, YouTube? It's your boy C to the 904, back with another TF Critic review, and today we're looking at Voyager, Transformers Animated Voyager class Blackout. And of course, Blackout wasn't released here in the States, so this is the Takara Tomy version, and Takara always does a great job on the paint job, so I'm really pleased to get their version of the figure. As you can see here, Transformers Animated Blackout is a helicopter, much like his 07 movie version. Very close, very similar to it. But if you watch Transformers Animated, Blackout was not a helicopter. He was a type of transport aircraft. So obviously, he was in the same episode with Rodimus, Cyclonus, Hotshot, Oil Slick, a bunch of other characters. So obviously, it was originally planned for Blackout and the other characters to come to Earth, which just explains why their figures have Earth-based vehicle forms. But since Animated got the boot, they never got to tell that part of the story, which is unfortunate, but hey, what you gonna do? Propeller spin. One of the propellers on mine is bent down a little, so it hits against the rear tail, but I'll straighten it out later. It's really nice. Got some machine guns up here. Got his intakes. Got a Decepticon symbol in there, if you can see that. It's on both sides. So, it's really nice. Show off his box here. Takara Tomy on there. Blackout. TA20. Blackout there on the side. Got some of that stuff here on the back with him crushing Bumblebee. Got a story, but the rest of it is in Japanese. So I guess I have to research that, because I've always been interested in the stories. So I have to look that up to see if I can find out what it says. A bunch of other stuff, other figures in the line. A little animated picture of Blackout there. Got Prime and Megatron here on the side. The Eternal Battle. Good and Evil. That stuff here on the bottom. Don't call that phone number. Parents will be upset with you. His instruction booklet comes with all this crazy stuff in it. Got the Dinobots there. Bunch of other figures in the line. Other side of Blackout. More technical stuff. Some other figures that are coming up. Actually, it has this movie version Blackout on here too. It's kind of cool. Got some other stuff that's coming up. Got the alternative figure on here. The alternative figures are ridiculously smaller than I thought they'd be. A little small for that price. It comes with this other little slip in it. Not exactly sure what that's about. Probably some kind of advertisement or for some web page, some website you need to go to. But his instructions in Japanese. A few English words on here, but not many. Mostly in Japanese. Some little crying kid. I'm assuming that's the choking hazard. Guess if they swallowed his little pop-off parts, kids will probably be in trouble. But back to Blackout here. Little quick transformation. It's very similar to Lugnut. It's nothing changed. It's popped the rear tail off. I mean, he's not a repaint or anything, but this is really ridiculously similar. Bring the legs down and around, and when you push the legs in, you get watch the propellers. They kick back. It's kind of cool. Not the best of Automorphs, but it's nice. Split the legs apart. Flip those around. Flip the toes out. Heel spur down under here. One thing I've always found interesting about figures is how the back of the legs are always hollow. Especially with Animated. Animated has a lot of figures where the back of the legs are hollow and makes it the lightest part of the body, and it has to support the rest of the figure. Why does the lightest part of the body support the rest of the figure? That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, split that apart, and unlike lug nut, they actually snap in, forming this nice little curve around here. It's really nice, and they hold really well. They peg in 3 different places, I think, so it holds really well. Flip the gun down and around. He has this shoulder hinge. You can hinge it out from the body, give it more range of motion. Flip his hand down and around. It has little fingers you can move around a little bit. Really nice. And down and around. Flip his gun around. Now overall, get this little winglets back here. Flip those down. Just like the movie Blackout, you can collapse his propellers in. It's really nice. Stand here on his back. Blackout's a really nice figure, if you ask me. Of course he is, if I was willing to spend the extra money to get him. But here's a quick size comparison with 07 movie Blackout, who is without his propellers at the moment. But yeah, they're similar in size. I mean, of course, the designs are different, one coming from the movie, one coming from the cartoon. But yeah, it's nice. Here's his little weapon here, which flip the gun back around, tuck the hand in, hook that in. Now, because of that hinge, it doesn't support it very well. But if you hinge it back in towards the body, then he actually holds it, which is really nice. He actually hold his weapon, even how heavy it is. But it has a little trigger down here. You pull that, fires out. Nice little red ring and blades on there. It's really nice. Just pop it back in. It's a really nice touch. I personally like it. But swap his face there. It has one eye smaller than the other on this side. Has a nice detail on his face. But I think it's a really nice figure. You could have used a little more detail in the chest area. There's a few lines here you could have used, but that's just nitpicking. Nice little missiles here on his little winglet parts. The machine guns are really nice, painted in this gold. It's got the red on here. Like I said, Takara always does a great job on the paint. So it's hard to criticize a figure coming from Takara when paint wise, because those guys always do a great job. They always go the extra step when it comes to paint, but they always hit you right back in the pockets, considering their price is a little higher than the normal ones. But that's Transformers Animated Blackout. So I don't really have I'm not sure if Hasbro designed this figure, so I guess it's kind of a half was up with that Hasbro, half was up with that Takara question. But his head has no articulation. I mean, these huge canopies cover the front part, so would it have been too difficult to give his head some type of range of movement? I mean, it doesn't move at all. I mean, it's like very slight, like it's just loose on what it's sitting on. But I don't know, maybe it was there, they took it out. But it's a little weird to have such a large body, such a small unarticulated head, especially considering he's a Voyager figure. But it's your boy C2904, man. You guys let me know what you think. It's Transformers Animated Blackout. You boys take it easy.